All right, check 1 2, check 1 2. I forgot that there is no background music in this whatsoever. It's fine. Uh, Gets the ambience of the game in. But hey everyone, welcome to I guess the New Year's Eve celebration for this channel. I don't know. I wasn't really sure what to do for today. I had a few ideas. It was either cook. I actually played around the idea with cooking the uma musume. What do you call this? The uma musume hamburg patty with all the stuff that goes into it. And I thought, oh crap, I don't know if it's going to short the power in my room again because the last time I tried to cook it shorted the power multiple times in one stream, so it's like maybe not this time. Maybe not this time. I should have done a dry run of that first just to get that out of the way. But oh well. The other idea was, did you know that Euro Truck Simulator has a Japan simulator mod? That sounds like fun. That's something I probably would have done if if it didn't need like all of the expansion. Sure, it's like is it how much is it actually? The entire expansion for Euro Truck Simulator just to get the Japan Truck Simulator mod on there is not quite 50%, but pretty close to 50%. And any other time, I probably would have gone for it, but this is not one of those times. But yeah, uh, that does sound like it would have been a good idea to do at one point, unless I could get like the map separately. I don't know if that's actually a thing. If I can get the maps separately, I probably should have done that. But oh well. Oh well. Anyway, anyway. So scratch that idea for now. It's like what else can we do? Well, here we are. We are power washing. So are we playing the first game or the second one? This is the first one. I wasn't aware that there was a second game until I loaded this thing up again, and oh yeah, there was a Power Wash Simulator too. I don't know what's the difference between the first one and the second one though. It seems to be more or less the same. Maybe there's a few more attachments, maybe there's a few more uh different hoses, but I don't really know what the huge difference is between the first and second one. I'm doing okay. How you doing, Bouncy Cactus? Welcome, by the way. Um, yeah, if you just want to chat while we're doing this, chat about anything, chat about your day, what are you looking forward to the new year and stuff like that. Anything special you did this past year, feel free to do that. That's basically what this stream is about. Just chatting with ambient power wash simulator. I haven't done any of these special campaigns before. And a lot of these I do not have, but this one is available apparently. The the Midgar one. So may as well check that out. Oh, I gotta do I gotta do the bike first. All right. Sure. Do I need any specific ones? It's been forever. It's been a few years since I played this game, so let's see. I might have to adjust the... Where is the option for sensitivity? Because I don't think I've actually ever adjusted that. I wonder if it's in general. Controller sensitivity, mouse sensitivity. Let's go lower that just a little bit more. That should be good enough. Dang! I wasn't expecting to see this in person. I guess technically speaking, PowerWash Simulator is a Squaresoft game, or Square Enix game, and you think it's indie, but technically it's not. Technically it's not. All right, how do I do this thing again? Forgot how to do this. How's the audio, by the way? Is it too loud? Is it too loud? We good? Hello, Size. Welcome, welcome. I do understand some people are in the year. How's the future, by the way? How's the future? Anything different? Anything we can look forward to? Tone that down just a teeny tiny bit. Just a teeny bit more. Still in 2025. By the way, for anyone who... Oh yeah, I probably should put a countdown timer. Hold up. I should do that. Let's put a countdown timer... Well, it's not... It wouldn't be a countdown timer. It would be the actual time. I did not think about that because I usually have the timer up elsewhere. Okay. So we will put the timer up here, right over here, and hopefully that's good. Wondering what rewards games will give for New Year's? Like which games in particular? Maybe just a teeny tiny bit more. I'm not expecting anything for New Year's rewards. If we do get New Year's rewards, some of them already have it. Oh, writing the date for documents and stuff. Yeah, I don't have to do that anytime soon, but oh crap! How do I do this again? How do I rotate? I know there's a way to rotate. Oh, the nozzle. There we go. Holy crap. I know I have like one of the stronger power washers, but I didn't think it was going to do this. Can I buy stuff? I guess I can't buy stuff right now. Oh wait, I should be able to. Where's the shop? Hey Mars, welcome, welcome. Limbus and its one game is played, and this one game is Battle Cats? Battle Cats. I feel like Battle Cats may not. I don't know why. I can't imagine Battle Cats doing anything but like throw more cats at you. But then again. I know at least one person in chat who is in the future. Not sure how that's treating them though. Man, I'm not even reading the messages. I don't care about the messages. I just want to clean. Because we're gonna clean this stuff up before the New Year's starts. How clean do I need to get this? Ooh, multi-clean. Always. I forgot what I asked. I forgot what I asked. But yeah, anything exciting? Well, maybe I shouldn't say exciting. Anything that you particularly liked from last year? Was everything terrible? I don't know. For me, it was just weird. It was weird because quitting job and then going a basically almost 3-month trip, and now this. Next year's gonna be interesting because I don't know what's gonna happen anymore. But hopefully everything will turn out okay. If not, we'll figure it out. We'll always figure it out. I don't even know what I'm cleaning right now. I wish I can see all the nitty-gritty, but all the nitty-gritty is in the insides of this thing. There we go. I do want to go travel a little bit more next year, but I probably shouldn't just yet. And if I can make this YouTube thing work, or at least get it partly working, that would be nice. It's just too unstable. But it is fun to do. Not gonna lie. Let's see. Green? Give me green. I remember that these hoses have different strengths for each one. But sometimes you just gotta like spread it out. So that you hit a bunch of different things at once. And I can't really see anything on metal. Metal is very hard to see on. Took 3 months to find a job and have to move cross country for. At least you're enjoying. Hey, that's good. Sometimes it's like really hard to find a job. And sometimes the job that you want isn't exactly the one you're looking for, but it's like good enough. Technically, they do still have room at my old place I can go back to. And they are willing to take me back. I don't know why they would want to take me back. But it is a thing, apparently. So if I absolutely needed a job and they still have space, I could do that. But I left for a reason. I left for a reason. I don't know. What's your if you are in a job that you don't quite like? What is your dream job? Or you don't have a job right now? What is your dream job? I feel like my dream job isn't necessarily to be a streamer. It would be nice. It would be nice, but that's not really the end goal. I can't see all the unclean stuff. What's the hotkey for this? I should be able to do it. I don't know. Part of me kind of wants to open a cafe, but at the same time, cafe is a lot of work. How do I scan this? Last year's literally themed for in this economy. You're gonna have to in this economy. That could be anything. Pick up. How do we scan? There was a way to like scan stuff that are still dirty. Let's see. How did that work? Is it this? Nope. This? Nope. Not that one. I'll figure it out. Unless someone remembers, I'll figure it out. But yeah, if you have any grievances or things you need washed, let me know. That's what the stream is for. Washing everything from this year so we can start fresh again in the next year. In the meantime, I gotta figure out where the heck is... I can't tell if I cleaned this because there's so many parts. So many little parts. I can't see. You know what? I did see this. So might as well clean the truck first. Switch to yellow. I kind of like yellow. Oh, is it tab? Oh, thank you. I knew there was a button. probably would have run into it eventually, but that works. Thank you so much. What is Reeve saying? I don't even know. Oh, this one is caked in. I'll be honest. This is gonna sound. This is probably gonna sound a little bad. I'll be honest. I haven't cleaned my car in 5 years or so. Has it been 5 years? No, it's been about 3 years. It's still okay. It rains so much here that I feel like, do I even need to take it to the car wash? Is there a reason to go to the car wash other than maybe put some wax on it? You clean your vehicle? Some people do. Some people do clean their vehicles because it gets dusty, there's not a whole lot of rain. If there is rain, it's a little bit harder to, what do you call this, justify cleaning the outside of the car. The inside of the car should be regularly vacuumed, but I don't even do that. Holy crap, these are tough, and I'm already using a professional washer. This grill is probably clean. Haven't maintained your bicycle since elementary school. Low-key worried, but still works. As long as it's not rusty, I think it should be fine. It should be fine. But, you know, if you want it to last a lot longer, you definitely have to clean it. There's a reason why... There's a reason why secondhand Japanese goods still hold a lot of value, because they really do take care of that stuff. Usually. Not always, but usually. They can also be lazy just like anyone else. But if they really, really like something, they will take care of it. And I should do the same to my stuff too, it's just a little hard sometimes. Ooh. There are icicles on your car right now? I should at least take care of them. Ah, right. You would have icicles in some places, wouldn't you? I forgot. At least for where I am right now, it is unusually cold that I actually have to like take the sweater out. It's like, what the heck's going on? It's not normally this cold. But apparently we got like a ridiculous cold front that came in. And now we gotta deal with it. 80% clean. We are making progress. I don't know how you get your car to be this dirty though. If the car ever got this dirty, I would definitely like clean it. Mine, if it is dirty, I cannot tell. The one thing I probably should take care of the car that I haven't done so yet at all is the gigantic fender bender that I have. I say fender bender, but basically it's just a gigantic dent at the back of the car. And I haven't gotten around to taking care of that because that thing is expensive. Oh dang. What is left? Oh wait, is this down here? Ah, of course. The undercarriage. You always gotta get the undercarriage. Someone who did some overlanding this year, going off-road into muddy route, can get a car that dirty. You know what? That makes sense. That makes sense. I usually just am not in an environment that gets a car this dirty, so I am legitimately curious how it would happen. I have been in situations, in Japan anyway, where, you know, the car could get scratched or totaled if I drove wrong, because I was on a middle of a mountain road, and what else? I was in the middle of the mountain road, and there's like no railings that would probably save you if something really, really bad did happen. That's about it. That's about it, really. What am I missing? How do I check? How do I check? What is missing here? In real life, pressure washing my car is so satisfying. Getting all the mud off to reveal the color underneath is heavenly. So I hear. I also hear you gotta be a little bit careful with how you pressure wash, because you could just strip the paint off. Is that true? I'm assuming it's true, but I've never actually pressure washed my car. The most I've done to my car is just a car wash. That's a regular car wash. And if I can find one of those car washes that lets you ride inside the car and it gets taken in through the railway system or the tread, those kinds of car washes, those are fun. Those are fun to be in. But it's like being in a roller coaster, but the roller coaster ride is pretty short and bubbly. There is something here I'm missing. Gotta watch the pressure. Gotta watch the pressure, or you'll strip the paint for sure. Yeah, that's what I figured. I am missing something here, and I do not know what it is. How do I? Can I see dirt? I'm not seeing dirt. Oh, there's the dirt. Up here? Oh, back here. Didn't realize I'd be also washing behind the lights. I should have figured that. Ding. Is this gonna ding? Oh, well. What do we have here? Ah. I don't know if I can get that. The grill is like one of the hardest places to wash, because there's no easy way to get to it. There we go. Is there anything else here? Oh. Inside the exhaust too? Really? Okay. So a little bit of dirt somewhere. That's a lot of dirt. There we go. Still, we gotta get this. How do I... Oh! Well, it should be that easy. Okay. Did we get that? Nope. Still gotta get the exhaust. There we go. One exhaust down. The other exhaust? No, other exhaust is clean. Is this all clean? Oh, nope. This exhaust is not clean. I saw you. Probably some under here too. Oh, yep. There's some on this side. Seriously, how? Is that one little tiny bit? There we go. Let me check the bike. This thing's probably not 100% clear. I knew it! The tire. whatever the heck this thing is called. I guess it's the engine guard. Skid plate. Okay, I guess that's called a skid plate. Frick the heck. Where is this? Ah, right here. Okay. Okay. Why do we spell tire with a Y? Okay. Back tire. There are two back tires. Because this thing is hefty. Going back to the dream job talk, I prefer rather to do things that doesn't require me to sit and look at a screen for hours. You know what? Fair. I didn't do that particularly in my previous job. And I'll be honest. My previous job wasn't bad overall. The only bad thing about it was the office politics. I could use less office politics, less pressure and self-imposed rules on random crap. It's like why can't we do that, huh? Why can't we do that? Why can't we just do our jobs? That would make things so much easier. It's always office politics for whatever reasons. Like I do not understand. Why is that a thing? There's something here that I have to clean. I do not know what it is. How do I check the menu? No. No, back. Go back. No, did I exit? Please tell me I didn't exit. Specials, back here. Continue. Yes. Resume. How do I check? Use PowerWash. General. How do I check the list? I know there's a way to check the list of stuff that you need to clean. Show dirt, next nozzle, aim mode, extension, pickup. What do you mean pickup? Let's see. Cannot see. There's gotta be a way to see a list here of everything. Oh, it's over here. I'm stupid. Bike headlight. Bike headlight. You mean this thing underneath? Okay. Bike headlight. Hauler. Are we done with the bike? Bike is all done. Okay, so now we are at the hauler. Is this what we call it? The hauler? Oh, this thing. Alright. Brake lights. Cab panel. Door handles. The door handles need to be cleaned? Come on. You don't need to get the door handle squeaky clean. Okay. Did we get this? Cab panel. Which one's the cab panel? Door handles, cab panel, and headlights. Oh dang, there's a lot more that I didn't get. Okay. I hope that was it. Oh no. Rear wheel mount. There is still something here that I cannot see. What am I looking at? I do not know what I'm looking at. Roof railing. This thing? I guess there's a little bit. Like, really? That's clean enough? Doesn't have to be super clean. There's an ID thing, but in working environment, you have to treat coworkers' food in your birthday. What? Thought it was supposed to go the other way around. Usually, it's the other way around. I mean, you can treat other people if you want to, but it shouldn't be a requirement. That is interesting and weird. It's a little bit backwards in my mind. They should be treating you, but I don't know. I don't know. For me, well, I mean, I guess maybe the rationale for it is because, like, it's a birthday party. You know, if you're throwing a birthday party, sure. But if you're doing it at work, it should be the work that should be treating you, not you treating work. That's backwards. It's a little backwards. Okay, there's supposed to be a handle here. What handle am I talking about? Door handles. Door hinges. Headlights. Okay, I guess that the headlights are still not done yet. Headlight. This headlight needs cleaning. Is it down here? There we go. I do sometimes feel... I mean, what we did in my workplace was... for the birthday parties thing, it's not usually like for each person. What usually happens is it's more like a collective per month, because if we did it for each person, it would literally be too much considering how many people there are in the workplace. So I get it, sometimes you have to like do a collective one, but sometimes also it's a little difficult for some people to make it to the celebration, if only because they're busy when the said celebration does happen. So it's kind of like, I mean, they don't take everything, thankfully, but what do you call this? You know, you don't get your first picks, which is a little bit, oh well, it is what it is. Oh, it's this one? This is, okay, so they do show you the part, but I can't say I can tell where to clean the damn thing. They will surprise you with food, with cake, but they still expect something from you. Darn expectations. Darn expectations. The only expectations I have out of people is more like... actually, I don't know what my expectations are. How the heck do I clean this thing? I assume I cleaned part of it. I cannot, for the life of me, figure out where the heck I'm supposed to be at. Okay, we're gonna ignore that for now. Okay, let's get the easier one. Wing mirror. Okay, just this one. Cab panel. Which one's the cab panel? Cab panel. Which one's the cab panel? Oh, that's the cab panel? Okay. Alright, easy. Door handles. Door handle. Oh, I have to clean from the top too. The very, very sliver of a top. And now my nemesis. This thing. The rear wheel mount. Because I cannot see crap. What the heck I'm supposed to be looking at? Oh my gosh, just this. Thank you. Thank you. There was a time when PowerWash Simulator did not have the person in the game. So it's a little weird seeing that. A little bit weird. Scorpion Sentinel. This should be interesting. I feel like this is more than a $150 job. This is this is a gigantic job. Oh, you're giving me some soap with this. Okay. Can do more soap if I want to. How long did that one take? 30, 40 minutes? Eh, that's not terrible. This one's a bit bigger though. There is rust on here, and is that rust or is that just the color? It's a little hard to tell. Yeah, anyway. Can't believe I'm cleaning my first nemesis boss. In this economy, $150 is $150. Sure. Ooh, actually, now that I think about it, can I change the currency? Dang it, I don't think I can. It doesn't matter, but just for funsies, I wanted to like change it to yen. I really wanted to do the Japan Truck Simulator mod. It's just, gosh darn it, the DLCs are too expensive. Wait. Oh, I want a scaffold. Oh, okay. Can I move the scaffold? Let's move the scaffold this way. I forgot that was a thing. Can I not put it over here? Okay, let me put it out of the way then, right there. Well, $150. What is that gonna get me? 3 weeks of groceries? Guess that's pretty good. I mean, groceries is one thing. Rent is another. And depending on the place, rent can be ridiculously expensive. Because for some reason, they need all that money from all their tenants. And I don't understand why. Please. You make enough money already. You don't need all this profit from everyone. Cut it in half or something. That would do us all a favor. I think I'm supposed to use soap to get rid of some of this stuff. I don't ever like using soap. I just kind of like using water. I'm not in a hurry. Enough water and you can get even rust off. No, actually no. If you don't want to waste water, you definitely need to use some special reagents for rust. Need $150 to recover from pulling both the U and P's in row. Dang, did you pay for that? It is kind of I still don't like the MiHoYo. Is that thing moving? This thing is actually moving. I think this is the first time I've seen anything in PowerWash Simulator move. I don't necessarily like that. There is a lot of grime here. Oh, Tifa! I wasn't expecting to get anything from Avalanche in general. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna do a general clean first. And then we'll dig a little deeper. I guess I should do this systematically. That way I'm not like going over the same thing over and over again. Didn't have to pay, but I have to dig into my cube and Doritos, just holding out for Define now. I did at least hear that the story for Girls Frontline 2 is back where it's supposed to be. I had no issues with the story itself before. Some people did. Some people I know want absolute perfection from every little thing, and I'm like, we don't need perfection from every little thing, especially in the gacha game. But you know, it's just I guess the whole dorm thing soured a lot of people, myself included. Myself included. But for people who still enjoy it, good for you. Good for you. I will. Oh crap! I need to actually use a scaffold so I can clean this from above, don't I? It's kind of annoying. How do I rotate? Right here. How to stop overspending? My favorite anime keeps pumping out merch 2 years straight. I'm afraid it's still happening this year. Oh, speaking of which, it is kind of funny. I know what your favorite anime is, Mars, but it is kind of funny though that in when I was in Japan, most people know about figures and oh crap, not this one. Most people know about figures and that sort of merch, keychains, plushies, acrylics, that kind of stuff. But I didn't realize how extensive some of the other merch could get. And by extensive, I mean they also have merch for scents. They have like colognes and perfumes and stuff that I would not have thought I would have wanted to buy. I didn't buy any of that stuff, but it's definitely an option. The scents definitely was an option. I did also check some samples out for scents. There was a Kaiji cologne that was not great. It smelled like tobacco. It smelled like tobacco and smokes. Some people do like that. Some people find that comforting. I do not. Maybe there's a little bit of a nostalgia from tobacco smell, because it does remind me of some things, but it's just too much. It's just too much. That was a bad move from Mika. Could have handled that better, just ignoring all that, to be honest. Fair. I wish I could. But it really soured me at that point, and I have no interest in going back just yet. Honestly, I just needed a game that had a little bit more bite also, difficulty-wise, and Girls Frontline 2 just did not give that to me. So I was unsatisfied from that angle also. Yeah, you can buy a Dakimakura that smells like a character. You have to, for the Dakimakura, you have to get the Daki first, and then you have to find the scent, if it's even available. Sometimes it's not. But for some reason, there were scents for animes I wasn't expecting. Hold up, let me see if I can find the picture. Let me see if I can find the pictures, because I did not realize these existed until a friend of mine basically gave me a tour of Shibuya. And in one of the buildings in Shibuya, there are many buildings, is basically a bunch of weeb stuff. Hold up. I'm trying to find the... Let's go here. Let's do these. I don't think this is everything. Let me just make sure these are safe. How many pictures is it worth? 1, 2, 3. We'll do these 3. We'll do these 3 as far as scents go. Okay. And then how do I capture? I think it's this one. No! That's wrong. That's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. It's a this one. Reset. Okay, here are some scents that I have seen during the trip. Let's scroll. Let's go from the top here. We have some Toho. What is this? Is this? No, no, no! Don't do that. We have some Toho. Lost Word specifically. I don't know why Lost Word, because maybe it's the gacha is going on. But we have some Toho. Is this incense or oils? I'm gonna guess oils. This is probably oils. We also have some Slayers one, like Slayers in the year 2025. Excuse me. Specifically though, this was the 35th anniversary for Slayer, so they have like, what is this? Perfumes, cologne, some wax stuff. We have some diffusers. Stuff I didn't even realize you would need scents for, the anti-pirating mascots. I've seen the anti-pirate, the no recording mascot in the times I went to the theaters over there. I don't think I've seen the other one, the one with the headlight. I don't know what this is. I'm not familiar with this, nor am I familiar with this one down here. Doesn't look anything I've seen before. There's this one. Friend of mine is a huge fan of this series. The prices aren't too terrible, if I'm being perfectly honest. This like standard, maybe standard cologne perfume prices. Maybe a little bit of a markup because it's also branded. But I didn't try to see from the samples what these smelled like. There's also pre-cure. If you had pre-cured stuff, you could do that, like down here. You could have some pre-cure stuff. You could do that. Oh, wrong way. This is the Kaiji one I was talking about. This one was smoky as heck. Oh no, it was the diffuser that was smoky as heck. The diffuser made me choke a little bit when I smelled that thing. It's like, ugh, no. The cologne, on the other hand, wasn't too bad. It actually wasn't too bad. Is this a ploy to make the Comic-Con goers put on cologne and perfume? I don't think it's for the Comic-Con goers. Honestly, I don't think it's for the Comic-Con goers. This is just for people who want to smell their favorite anime characters. By the way, Comic-Con. Apparently, is Comic-Con still happening? Is today the last day of Comic-Con, or was yesterday the last day of Comic-Con? I'm not sure. But I kind of wish I was over there at Comic-Con, just to take in the vibe, not necessarily to buy anything, because I didn't keep up where all the doujin artists were gonna be. Because if I was there, I would have wanted to check out. I would have wanted to check out the Blue Archive artists and see what they had for sale. A lot of people were taking pictures of that stuff and it made me want to go. Some people might be like, oh no, I want to go to Anime Expo. Oh no, I want to go to was all the other anime conventions in the US, and I'm like, no, I want to go to Comic-Con. At least in winter, it's not super sweaty. It's just, you know, cold. Oh, is this one clean? I guess this one's clean. Is that one clean? That is also clean. Is this one clean? That is not clean. At least in winter, it's not so super sweaty. I did go to Summer Comic-Con once to visit a friend, and let's just say it was an experience that I do not really want to repeat. It's too much. It's too many people in one place. So yeah. Just checking out? I mean, yeah, technically you don't have to buy anything. And there's some people over there that sell goods, and I'm talking like mugs, glasses, whatever else they can come up with for merch. Oh, maybe I should have used the stairs. Oh well. It's not all books. It's not all books. Though I was looking at the book prices this time around compared to what it used to be. And I'm a little sad that the inflation also has hit Comic-Con. Because the doujins, the books in general, used to be priced around 500 yen. Now they're anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 yen. It's like, ouch. Inflation in my otaku weeb place, people will buy all that stuff regardless of how much they price it. It's just a little sad to see that it's as expensive as it is. That is it. That is it. These guards are so hard to clean because there's like a top part and a bottom part. Heard BA is bigger than Toho in terms of fandom in both Bootsize and Comic-Con now. I mean, yeah, of course it would be. Toho has been around for a very, 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 very long time. But just because it's been around for a very, very long time doesn't mean the fandom won't get distracted, won't be attracted to anything else. Like, at one point, I think Fate Grand Order was also pretty big. But, you know, Fate's not dominating the market anymore. And I'm okay with that. Kantai Collection was also another big one at one point. But Kantai Collection well, Kantai Collection just never got too big outside of Japan. But within Japan, though, huge. Very big. Is this one clean? Okay, grippers are not clean. This is gonna take all the way to midnight, isn't it? But yeah, Blue Archive is huge. There's a reason why Blue Archive is huge, and it's not just the characters. Story is legit good. Story is actually legit good. Are there better stories than Blue Archive? I guess it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for like high intense drama and stuff like that, probably there are others. Some would say Limbus Company, Project Moon in general, has a better story than most other gachas, but it's a different flavor, and it's not everyone's thing. But I feel like Blue Archive in general seems to be, I don't know if it's universal, but it's definitely easier to it's a bit more accessible theme wise to me anyway. It's more accessible theme wise, and I do appreciate how in general it's light-hearted compared to most other games out there. So yeah. And and also they don't lore dump you like heck compared to some games. Some games are just too eager to tell you every little detail about the thing that you are doing at the moment when you don't really absolutely need it. For lore heads who like any bit of lore that they can get, they probably eat that up. But if it doesn't get used up in the story later on, I'm kind of like, was this necessary, or was it just to say, look how interesting our place is, but not actually do anything with it? Meanwhile, there's a huge crap ton of mystery still in Blue Archive that we can only guess. And sometimes, maybe at some point, we're never gonna get an answer for those, and that's okay, actually. That is actually okay. It's part of it what makes it interesting. The reason I overspend on Dojins last year because my favorite artist made banger books, and once it's out forever. Very rarely they'll get uploaded work online. This is true. This is true. And if you do, for some reason, go to the secondhand bookshops in Japan, there's no guarantee you'll find those books in stock, because the secondhand books only have the books that people try to offload. But some people will keep, a lot of people actually will keep those books because, you know, they're huge fans of the artists and stuff like that. Let's see, can I use this ladder? Oh, I should have done this sooner. Dang, this is a gigantic job. Left guard, suspension. This is a lot of parts. Holy crap. Well, I feel like some people that go to Comic-Con, despite how, I guess, relatively cheap some of the things are over there, I've heard people spend upwards of 100,000 yen for everything. And, you know, people have their routes so that they can get to the popular artists first, then the not so popular artists next, and then get everything they want, and it adds up like crazy. Is this part of the hinge? That is part of the hinge. Holy crap, I really gotta get in there. Artists there don't encourage their dojins being resold, rather have you burn the book or put it into trash. I don't think I've heard of that. I mean, it doesn't stop people from reselling them. Definitely doesn't stop people from reselling them. But I don't think I've heard of that in particular. That's a new one for me. I'm sad that the only nerd central in my city is Warhammer related. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. The nerd culture in Japan versus the US or even the West in general develop very differently from each other. Japan, I don't know where their inspirations come from, but wherever it comes from, they definitely made it part of the culture. And I'm not talking about the nerd culture. It became part of the bigger culture in general. And it's like, that's amazing. Meanwhile, if that same thing happened in the West, we would be looked at as weirdos and we should like get a life and stuff. And it's like, what? Come on. It's fun. It's fun. Okay, don't do that. Please don't move. Please don't move. Since when did PowerWash Simulator become a horror game? I'm just trying to do my job here. Not try to get blasted by freaking robot. Man, this is gonna take a while. At this point, how do you even clean something this gigantic? I feel like you need to find a particular, a gigantic size car wash area for this thing. Nah, you really would have to go in there and just power wash it, wouldn't you? Man, I wonder how much this job would actually pay in real life. Do people power wash tanks? Can I get that job, or do I have to be in the military to do that? Can I be a civilian and just wash tanks and planes and stuff like that? I would like to be a mechanic. Oh yeah, speaking of dream jobs from earlier. I was actually thinking of going to be a mechanic, like go to mechanic school and become a mechanic. But apparently mechanics don't get very good pay starting out. It takes a while for it to ramp up, and even when it does ramp up. Wait, did I? Oh, I got the leg guard, but I didn't get the hinge. It takes a while for it to ramp up. But they do get a lot of jobs though, so I don't know. I guess if you were to make your own business, it could work out. Western world have started to see that nerd culture become mainstream thanks to COVID. Yeah, and because of that, we're also getting a bunch of tourists in fandoms that probably didn't need them to begin with. I don't know. One thing about getting stuff mainstream is that the thing that made it mainstream is being criticized by people who were never meant to be the target audience to begin with, and it's not the same as it used to be anymore. So it's a little bit. Yeah, tourist fandoms are the worst. It's like they're only there to complain. They're not actually there to partake and enjoy it. Get out. What are you doing here? Do something else with your energy. But yet they intend to make themselves miserable for some reason. Or maybe they're just rage baiting the actual people that were there. I don't know. Get this out of the way. Get this. There you go. I like the ladder better. Up, 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 up. I am hearing fireworks since a few hours ago outside. And I'm like, really guys? It's a little too early for that. But some people just want to see things explode, and you know what? Fair. I can't really blame you for that. There was one time though that someone, not one time, a few days ago actually. A few days ago. In the middle of the freaking night, like we're talking 2 or 3 in the morning, there were people who decided they wanted to have a karaoke. However, they also decided that everyone should be hearing their karaoke while people are sleeping. I'm like, please, I just want to sleep. I normally don't get bothered by noise in the middle of the night. I typically sleep through it. However, my sleep schedule has been really, really bad. So I was not able to sleep until 2 or 3 in the morning at that one time. And it made it even harder to sleep once I started singing. And it was loud. It's like they opened their windows and stuff. I don't know where they were, to be honest. but it was loud enough to where I could not hear anything but that music. I'm surprised. I'm surprised they were able to go for as long as they did, because usually someone files a noise complaint at that point. Or maybe everyone else was asleep and I wasn't. Social media algorithms now encourage people to rage bait more. I hate that. I really hate that. I don't interact with it because bait is so obvious. But sometimes you have to set the record straight, because there are normies out there who cannot tell between a legitimate complaint versus something that's factually untrue. Not that they care. They just want to bait people. I think I cleaned all the hinges here. Lower hinges cleaned, but we still have the leg guards. The gigantic leg guards. And if I really wanted to grow this channel, I could have maybe covered like drama news, but I don't like doing that. Too much drama already. I don't want to be part of the problem. There's no reason to be part of that problem. Am I gonna parkour up here to clean these dishes? I think I'm going to have to parkour up here. Parkouring in my PowerWash game? Always. Has been a thing since the beginning. Because you gotta scale houses and stuff like that. I don't know what 2026 has in store for us. I'm still waiting for aliens to come down and rain destruction on everyone. Some of us might die in the process, but you know what? This world needs cleansing. And if it happens, I will just feel justified. Maybe you can get isekai into the next world. I don't know if isekai covers alien blast and whatnot. Actually, has there been an isekai where there's like a world-ending event that it actually isekais everyone? I feel like the Spider anime was kind of like that, but there's also weird stuff happening in the Spider anime, so I don't know. I honestly, okay, if this was a thing, Toho POFV, I actually don't know the story behind that one. I'm sorry. I don't know the story behind that particular Toho game. But if this was a thing, though, mech pilots. I got so excited at one time when people started making like mechs that you can actually drive and stuff like that. But we're not at the Gundam level mechs yet. We're still at the treads and tank mech level still. Which is not too exciting, but you know, you gotta take things little by little. But if there was ever a fighting competition where they were looking for mech pilots, I would definitely want to be a mech pilot, or at least, you know, a mech mechanic. I think that would be super interesting. We could have Gundam fight. That's my thought process. It would just be nice. Sure, there might be some people could get seriously injured during the fights. But that's just part of the mech life. Being part of that is putting your life on the line. Sure, there is one. There's so many isekais out there. There ought to be one. Yeah. I feel like, okay, I haven't watched anime in a really, really long time. Well, I watched it maybe a few months ago before the trip, and it was basically Cinderella Grey. But I feel like, is there less isekai anime these days? Are we growing out of the isekai phase? Please tell me we're growing out of the isekai phase, or is there still more isekai than we would care for there to be? I don't know. I really do not know. I haven't kept up. I haven't watched any anime since I got back either. Oh dang, this is gigantic. I don't know where I am, but it's gigantic. Get into the robot? Gladly. I would gladly get into the robot, but if you want me to save humanity, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know my capabilities as a mech pilot. I just know it would be cool to be a mech pilot. The responsibilities of being a mech pilot, that's a different story. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that. I would love to. Oh, can I clean from the bottom? Oh. I'm pretty sure this one's more of a tank, though. It's a little bit of a letdown. I'm looking at all these hinges, and I'm assuming this is also the reason why we don't have actual mechs yet, is because there's so many points of failure with these things compared to conventional tanks and stuff. With conventional tanks and stuff, not as many points of failures in the design, but this one, it's all over the place, especially these hinges. You blow a hinge off and the whole thing would probably come tumbling down. That's just kind of how it is. Wish we can get more horror anime this year. Has there been any horror anime legit recently? Because I don't think I've seen it. They did try to make the one Junji Ito thing a while back, but I forgot when that was. And apparently it wasn't that good. I don't know. I haven't seen it myself, so it's hearsay as far as I'm aware. Let's see. Miyako? No, not Miyako. The one with the twisty face lady, whatever that one was. I think Miyako is supposed to be a little bit more fan servicey. Oh, that's the one I was looking for. Summer Hikaru died? I thought that was more drama than it is horror. Am I wrong? I've heard a few people mention it, but I haven't seen anything about it. It's actual horror? Okay. A good one. You know what? I think I should start cleaning the head while I'm up here. Less problems later. Show your face, come on. Get clean, get clean! Scanner. Scanner lens. Yeah, this thing's not piloted by anyone. There's either an autonomous robot or it's a drone. I forgot what the story was in FF. It's just interesting to actually be on top of this thing. Okay, get that stinger out of my face. Head casing? Oh, we call that the head casing. I see. Scanner. Oh, the antenna. No, the antenna's separate. What the heck? Okay. Not sure what I'm looking at. Ah, these two? Supposed to make sense. You're gonna be lit up like a Christmas tree. Oh, I mean, there's like... How do I get under there? Actually, no, I think I know how. We gotta go from here. Don't stare at me. There we go. Hey, G&G, welcome, welcome. How's it going? We're talking about stuff, things we want to do in the future, ideal jobs, things you've done this year that you might want to share. You haven't seen this map before in PowerWash Simulator? This is my first time also. This is the Final Fantasy VII campaign, apparently. And the most impressive part of this is free. There's a bunch of paid DLCs for this game, but this is a free one, which is kind of amazing. Okay, let's spread it. I don't know how I'm supposed to get up here. Maybe I'm supposed to use a scaffold? It is very hard to clean though, because this is so huge. Yeah, this is the Final Fantasy VII theme. We cleaned a truck and a bike earlier, and then this one is the first boss of Final Fantasy VII. Wasn't there a horror power washing type game recently? I think there's oh, what? It's like an SCP cleanup kind of thing. I don't know anything about it. I think I saw one person play it, but it's more cartoony than I would like it. Nothing wrong with it, just not my vibe. And I wasn't, when I first picked this up, I really wasn't sure what to expect with this, but it is oddly satisfying just cleaning everything. You know, at one point, the simulator genre was getting to be slop territory just because of how many there were. And some of it does feel pretty sloppy. But there's some of it also is like legit, you know what, this is actually pretty good. I feel like PowerWash Simulator is one of them. It's still, you know, very simplistic in its premise. But at least it doesn't try to throw weird stuff in like some simulator games do. I don't know. Some arbitrary stuff, some arbitrary storylines. I think Hobo Simulator was one of them. And there's the gas station simulator thing. That one was also weird. But this is fine. This is fine. It's nice, basic, and it doesn't have to be anything but nice and basic. Totally me boosting up pressure wash sim, ignoring the mess in my room. Yeah. The power washing sounds is pretty nice. Hope you don't mind the talk over it. There have been some streams in the past where I just did the power washing and never actually talked. But I do want to give you guys a chance to chat a little bit also. Because I know I don't do that too often, especially when we're doing like story stuff. Because you know, it kind of ruins the flow sometimes if I if I like answer every random chat that happens during a story game. But here it's like that's not an issue. That is not an issue. Tuned in for the yap. I need ideas for yap. Other than Japan stuff that I don't know how to yap about unless it comes into context. But yeah, Japan, I went. Well, okay. I guess I'll talk about the trip a little bit. So I didn't go to just Japan. I also went to the Philippines, by the way, because family was in the Philippines, and I was there for maybe 2-3 weeks, but I didn't really do anything. Half the time, I was just fighting the heat and chilling on a chair outside, which isn't really, the best way to spend a vacation in the Philippines, but I can't drive over there. One, I didn't have the international license active yet when I was over there. Two, the people there drive crazy. I would not want to try driving there even if I had the chance, unless I absolutely had to. That's the only way I would even be convinced to do that. But people have, in general, a disregard for the rules, or when they, or they also have a disregard for lanes and stuff like that. And I'm like, I need order. I need to know that I'm okay. I need to know that I'm safe doing the things I was gonna do anyway. Can we do a ladder all the way up there? Oh damn, we can do a ladder up here. What if I do the scaffold and then a ladder? Is that a thing? I need to get all the way up to the tail, unless the tail is so difficult to get to. Average sea drivers, yeah. I think China's also pretty bad, from what I hear. Could be not. It could be just China has a lot of cars in general and wants to make it seem bad. India here is also pretty bad. Japan is not bad. However, they will get away with speeding. They will try to get away with speeding when they can. Because to be fair, Japan does drive on the slow side, slow compared to other places in the world. Oh crap! I need to move this further back. Thankfully, there's no fall damage in this game. So if it says 70 kilometers on the freeway, people will try to push it to 100 kilometers. And they can do that. However, I was in a K car. The K car doesn't have a very strong engine. And even if I'm going, let's say, 40, 50 kilometers, the entire chassis of the car will it won't shake necessarily, but you can feel it. You can feel the vibrations of the car, and it makes it not very easy to go very fast. Not that the engine can go very fast to begin with, but going 100 kilometers per hour on a K car engine almost feels like going 100 miles per hour on a regular American sedan. So yeah, and the roads are also really tiny. If we were doing the Japan Truck Simulator, I could show you. In fact, I'm starting to wonder if I should just get the expansions for Euro Truck Simulator and then do Japan Truck Simulator so I can show you just how small the roads can be. Because from what I understand, the Japan Truck Simulator mod is pretty much one-to-one with what you would expect to actually see in Japan, and that is good. I think the truck simulators in general are pretty good with being fairly one-to-one to wherever they're based in. But there's no Asia simulator, there's no Japan truck simulator, so they had to make a separate mod for it, and yeah. What about biking? Do you just have to take your life in your hands? In C? I don't know if they bike in C. Mars, do you know if they bike in C? Is biking a thing in C? I feel like it might not be. That is a risk. In the Philippines, I don't think I've seen anyone bike. No, have I seen people bike? Actually, I have. Actually, I have. But it's like cycling groups though, but not casual biking. That doesn't happen. In Japan, they will. A lot of people bike and do bike. That's a different story. I think they're known for that anyway. Biking in sea feels like challenging death. I do have a friend in the Philippines that does have a bike, and they do bike, but they don't bike very far. They bike basically just in their neighborhood. So I don't know if that counts. Let's see. I'm missing something here on this laser claw thingy. How the heck do I get this? Are Sims popular in Japan? I don't know if Sim games in particular are popular in Japan. However, there are definitely fans of certain games, certain Sim games. I don't think I usually see them do PowerWash Simulator, but you know, there are definitely people who enjoy the trucking simulator, and there's a reason why the Japan Truck Simulator mod was made. It was actually made by a group of Japanese fans. So yeah, it is a thing. It is definitely a thing. I think it took like a few years to actually make it. Ooh. We're getting these casings done one by one, but I do not know. Okay, is this one done? This bellow? This casing is not done. So we'll just have to... Man, being a power wash cleaner, being a power wash person, just got even more dangerous with all this parkouring. How do I clean that one? Tail casing. Is it this one? Can't even see where I'm supposed to hit. Is it this one? Bellows casing. Bellows. Can't even see where the heck it's. Oh, I see it. Oh, they haven't tried to cash in on the market yet. Yeah, I don't know what the what the truck simulator people are doing or not doing. So okay, where is... There's a lot of grime and segments on this tail. So it's a little difficult to... Okay, I know those are clean. And I don't even know what I'm cleaning from back here. I don't know how strong this water is at at 50 feet out. But it's hitting something and it's cleaning something, and that's kind of amazing, actually. Alright. Where is... Oh. Okay. At least I have magic dirt senses, so that makes it a little bit easier. You know what? We may as well long range this. We can do that easier later. Where the heck? Okay, tail casing. I would love to... What is this soap? I would love to find out where the heck this tiny little thing is supposed to be at. Okay, I don't think I'm supposed to clean that particular arm from all the way over here. But I do need... Oh, really? That's it? This thing is the one that's been giving me trouble? Okay. There we go. I think the upper part of the tails is done. I would hope so, because... Oh, no. The tail laser itself has unseen dirt. Oh, no. Where is the unseen dirt on the tail laser? Base, claw, laser itself. I do not see it. I'm using magic dirt senses to figure out where it is. Is it up top? It's up. Oh, it is up top. How do I parkour up there? Okay, I gotta go all the way over here. I think for these, you have to get the most troublesome spots first before you take the easier ones. 150 bucks to clean up a giant scorpion mech is not worth it. This should be at least $1,000. Not that Shinra would pay that much, because Shinra is a bunch of cheapskates. Except for their own projects. Oh, that was easy. Props to Shinra, they made these things to be able to handle getting soap from top to bottom. It's just gonna get dirty again. Why would anyone want to get it so clean? Oh crap. You know what, that's fine. I don't think I need the scaffolding anymore, but I do need the ladder. I don't even know what I'm cleaning. I'm cleaning something. Fan belt. Front wheel hood. Get out of here. I'm hearing a lot of dings. Just dinging everywhere. What is this up here? Claw cannon? Should we be cleaning weapons like this? Yeah. I'm guessing this happens before the whole avalanche thing, because 7th Heaven is still there. Spoilers, I suppose, but non-context spoilers are okay. Has anyone played the FF7 remake? I still refuse to touch it. Because I hear and saw that they mess with a bunch of stuff. Holy crap. Haven't seen it, but haven't played it. Just not the style of gameplay. Same. Honestly, same. They say turn-based is dead, and it's only dead if people don't keep making games for it. It's like, I don't know what people's problem with turn-based games is in general. I really, really don't. Like, the thing with turn-based games, they'll forgive Mario for being like Mario RPG for being turn-based, but any other game that's not Mario RPG, screw them apparently. Like, why? Why do we give Mario RPG a pass, but not everything else? I feel like people have no taste. they're playing games for the wrong reason and judging them too harshly. Play games that make you that you find interesting. Play games that you find fun, even if it is crappy. The thing about turn-based games, though, that I feel action RPGs sometimes don't get right is the strategy portion. Because eventually in a in an action RPG, the strategy becomes just keep dodging, or parrying, or blocking, and what do you call it? And whacking them with whatever you got. It becomes a button mashing game at that point. Ooh, lots of dings. It becomes a button mashing game at that point. I don't really like that. It is fun though. It is fun. Don't get me wrong. But at least with a good turn-based RPG will have strategy built in because you have to think about your moves. I guess it is slower for some people. They want that adrenaline, and I get it. I guess you do get that adrenaline with Player Obscure. Because I've seen some gameplay footage and you are forced you are forced to parry, you are forced to dodge. If you don't, you will die. I guess the same thing can be said with Mario RPG actually. Let's see, not everything needs to be Mass Effect or Nier Automata. I have seen recently, though, in my doom scrolling sessions, not only one, actually only one. With the success of Player Obscure, there are Chinese devs, Chinese companies that are basically copying almost one for one the animation style, the camera zoom ins, the aesthetics of Player Obscure. And I'm kind of like, isn't that... I don't know if that's like blatant plagiarism, because you can't really... Well, I guess it would be plagiarism. But I don't think they understand, really, what made the game so good. They're just going for the visuals, as China usually does. That's what I've noticed, for the most part. It just might be a me thing, but I've noticed, at least with some Chinese games, or a lot of Chinese games, they go for the visuals hard, but then suddenly gameplay and story seem to falter sometimes. Not all the time, but they tend to falter a little bit, and the whole thing, well, I wouldn't say the whole thing falls apart, but for the most part, people can't see past the visuals, and I guess that's what the market is towards the visuals. Turn-based RPG strategic thinking earned the compliments on board games, but the people who told me this also refuse to touch any turn-based games. Interesting. I mean, I could be wrong. It could be a hot take. But it's definitely an observation that I have noticed. And I will stick by that observation for now. Gacha games are a whole different thing altogether. I feel like gacha games, in general, it's a rough life in gacha game world. But I will say this, I feel like at least Koreans know to make a good story first, and then hopefully make a good game second. A good gameplay second. You could also have something purely gameplay based, but the story is going to keep them around longer. That's what happened with Blue Archive. That's what happened to Nikkei. I don't know that's what's happening with Trick Cow. Because I haven't actually read the story of Trick Cow yet. But I am kind of sort of playing it a little bit also. But from what I've heard, it's mostly had empty stuff just for cute funsies, and that's all right. That's kind of how Blue Archive was also anyway. For a little bit, but then once the chips are down, it goes all in. There are a lot of joints here that are very hard to reach. Story helps for people coming back. Very true. Very true. I don't know, actually, outside of gacha games, I don't know if I've found a Korean game other than Project Moon stuff that has a really, really good story. There's a game I played off stream that I kind of want to play a little bit on stream, start over and play again on stream. Because I didn't really read the story too much of it, because there's so much to it. It's called, let me double check. I might start playing it this year, but there's also smaller games I want to do first before I get to it. Chrono Arc. Chrono Arc is a Korean roguelike deck builder, as many roguelike deck builders are, but it's also mainly an RPG, where you do have to play multiple times to get the story, and you have to clear it with different teams also to get through the story. It's quite long, actually. It's quite long. I've beaten it a few times, but not fully through, and it's been a while since I touched it. But the battle system is a little interesting. It's kind of messy though, not gonna lie. And if you don't build right, you're kind of screwed a little bit. It makes some runs a little frustrating, so that's why I kind of dropped it for a little bit and haven't picked it up again. But I kind of want to show it off at one point, just to show you guys what that is. Apparently, they're making a second game. Some of the bosses in that game get super unfair. So what exactly were they doing in this mech to get dirt everywhere? Yeah, right? I feel like the dirt on this mech shouldn't be as bad as it is. Like, where did they take this? Because I don't think that this ever gets outside of Midgar. Though I guess Midgar itself is pretty bad. It's kind of smoky. You know, it's got that industrial smoke vibes to it. Low-key, since the only Project Moon game I played is Limbus, wondering if I should try Lobotomy Corp or Library Arena. I recommend Library of Arena if you're gonna do more Project Moon stuff. Lobotomy Corporation, I caution you to try that. If only because it's, on one hand, it's fun managing all the abnormalities. On the other hand, think of Lobotomy Corporation as a strategy RPG. Not a strategy RPG. What is real-time strategy RPG? Think of it as that. And it'll make a little bit more sense why it is the way it is. Why it's as difficult as it is. That's the best way I can describe Lobotomy Corporation. If you've seen the review videos that other people have said, this is the best game that you should never play, or something like that, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. But it's more like a caution. If you do want to play this, make sure you're a little bit masochistic. Otherwise, you may not find any enjoyment in this. I wasn't necessarily masochistic when I first started playing the game. However, I did like a good challenge. And I don't know if I would say it was a good challenge, but I was eventually too stubborn to stop. And I was also at that point where, like, you know what? I just kind of want to see this ride through. But after beating it, which is basically 100% clear anyway, I don't think I've touched it again. No, I did try touching it again. And I don't think I got very far. Not because I didn't like it per se, but because I recalled all my struggles and wasn't quite sure if I wanted to do that all over again. Though, very, very briefly, I considered trying to do a speed run, but the speed runs for Lobotomy Corporation are like 7-9 hour speed runs. I don't know what the fastest one is. I think it's 7 hours. Before that, it was like 24 hours. It's like, ooh, geez. Ever heard of Hectatomb by the people who do Magic the Gathering? I don't think I have. Hectatomb. Hecatomb. Let me see. Let me look that up really quick. Is it on Steam? Hecatomb. Oh, it is on Steam. And it's free? Oh no, it's early access. This kind of looks like a boomer shooter kind of thing. I don't know if that's the correct term, but it's definitely like a Doom style shooter. Unless I was looking at a different thing. It must be. I think it must be a different Hecatomb, probably. To be fair, it is Midgar Squalor. Squalor? That's not what masochistic people say? I don't know. If I'm not masochistic, what am I? What am I? I really do not know. I'm not masochistic personally. I don't think I am. I just like a challenge. It's kind of like Goku, you know. He's always like looking for someone stronger, or at least someone's gonna give him a challenge. But at the same time, he has to save the world and the universe because that's kind of his thing. How do I get up there? But as far as the Bottom Corp goes, it does have a lot of replayability. You can make the run as easy as you want it, or you can make it as hard as you want it. But eventually, you have to get a 100% if you're gonna get the ending. I think you do. If not, then I don't know why I don't know why I 100% the game. But if you don't want to go through that pain, I definitely recommend Library of Arena. A lot easier to get into. Not that it's not difficult, but a lot easier to do. A lot easier to complete. Ooh, lots of dings here. Yay. Are we almost done? Nope, we still have a lot of dirt. I need to get up here. Hecatomb, you remember, was a card game? Okay, I'm gonna have to like narrow my search down. Hecatomb card game. Oh yeah, that's different. That's definitely different. I didn't realize there were two different Hecatombs. Huh. I do like the shape of the cards. They're like pentagon with no, that's a board. Oh yeah, board game card game. Oh, is this like Cthulhu Mythos kind of thing? That's pretty nice. It was discontinued and they've never found a digital card game that had the same vibe. Yeah, I think there was a similar game to that I remember people made Toho cards for, called oh, what was it called? Arkham Asylum or something like that. Not the Batman game. not the Batman game. That seems like it would be a Batman name. It's been a while. Basically, it involves selecting boss cards, which are the great old ones, and you have to go around the board, solve stuff, do things to seal the great old ones with in a certain amount of turns, while, you know, surviving all the health and sanity checks. If you fail, you lose. I think it's up to a 4-player game too. So the more people you have, that I think it scales to how many people you have. So I don't know if it's necessarily easier. Okay. We're at 99%. I didn't even think I'd get this far with this. But I don't know where all the stuff I need to clean are. I see, it's over there. We need to bring the scaffold in front. Except I don't know where to place it. Why can I not place it there? Is it because there's the... I'll do. It had a Toho version. It had a Toho set of cards that people made for it. I had it saved somewhere. I don't know if I still have it. Okay. I still have 1% left on this. Fan belt. What else is here? Where is the fan belt? How do I get to the fan belt? I guess at this point I should be using the list to tell me where everything is, because it gets pretty small. Head casing. That. Where's the dirt here? Oh, it's probably underneath. If you're missing something, it's almost always underneath. Yep, it's underneath. Let's see. Give me the ladder. Alright, how the heck am I supposed to reach under there? Did we get it? Nope, we did not. Shoulder! Oh, it's up here. How am I supposed to... Oh, I'm supposed to crouch to reach it? I guess I should also go above. It's really, really difficult. Whoop. Parkour. Parkour on the weapon to get to the shoulder. How? Okay. I guess we go to the head first. No, wait. Mr. PowerWash person is very good at parkouring. Head casing. Leave the parts? We can't do that. We cannot do that. Our magic power wash senses does not allow us to leave it alone. Even though, technically speaking, they wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But we can. We're perfectionists this way. Why is there a wheel in front of the mech? Oh, you mean this? I'm assuming it's because it can retract its legs. So even if it does, even if the legs do go bye-bye, it can still roll. And then you have the tires to deal with. Though I don't know if the amount of tires on here makes it easier to take. Like, I don't know if the amount of tires on here is enough. That's what I wanted to say. Is enough to keep it up. Okay. Okay. I don't like it that my power washer retracts when I'm too close to something. Suspend my reality just a little bit. Oh, head casing's done. Thank goodness. Alright, what else am I... Fan belts. Okay, the fan belts are down here. I know that much. But I haven't been able to actually get to the fan belts because I have no idea where they... Oh, they're down... Oh, it's this one. I see it. Alright. Easy enough. Really? The fan belts? The fan... I guess the fan belts do need to be cleaned. Otherwise, it's gonna get everywhere. I just never would think to clean it. Okay, where is this one? What am I looking for? It does feel like the wheels are too small to roll it. But I guess I gotta transport it somehow a little bit faster. Oh, that's the thing? What am I even cleaning there? Am I cleaning from above again? There's those specks of dirt that I didn't even notice. Okay, let's do an inspection. It's literally microscopic amounts of dirt. Okay. And front wheel hood. Cannon rear exhaust. Shoulder plates. You know what? I think I'll do the shoulder plates while I'm here. I do see the possible problem. There's one. Can I get up? Go, go, go. Okay. Shoulders. Which ones are the shoulders? Which ones are shoulders? There's two of them. So I must have cleaned one. Ah, that shoulder. Okay, it's very difficult to get in there. There we go. Cannon exhaust. Which one's the cannon exhaust? Where's the exhaust? Down here? Is that where the exhaust is? Oh, that's the exhaust? Guess I need to go up. Anyone have plans for New Year's Day itself? I'm just gonna get some pizza. I got some frozen pizza from Trader Joe's because apparently I've tried all the main big store pizza brands, and a lot of them taste like cardboard. And I mean, before I didn't really feel like it was cardboard, but after trying the Trader Joe's ones, it did taste like a lot like cardboard, and I can't say I can go back now. Hope the flu shot doesn't really wipe me. Oh, I haven't gotten my flu shot this year. Should be. I've been okay, despite not wearing a mask. Yay! Freaking done. Have family stopping by tomorrow, probably getting pizza. Nice! Very nice. Alright. Dang. This thing is showing everything I've been doing, except showing where I put all the ladders and stuff. I'm gonna make some diabolical food. What kind of diabolical food are you making? When you say diabolical, are you talking about spicy? Alright. Seventh Heaven. 350 bucks? Dang, they pay more than Shinra. And that was a gigantic mech. So why does this particular place they give me like such a decent amount of money? I don't think I should be power washing anything here. Like if I power wash the lights, I feel like that's bad. How does Barrett pay more? I feel like would it be Barrett that's actually paying it? That's a good question. How did it get like this, Tifa? Like what did you do here? You know what, I'm gonna use the green. It needs to be condemned? No. We just need to split shine it a little bit. See? Easy. Besides, if you're gonna condemn this place, you may as well condemn the rest of Sector 7. Which it did happen at one point. Rather forcefully, might I add. I don't think we've ever actually cleaned inside of a building before. This might be the first time. Really? Where I'm also cleaning the Buster Sword? Why is the Buster Sword just right there, anyway? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the TV and the posters shouldn't be power washed, but you know, what do I know? I'm just a guy cleaning here. I am just cleaning. And we're gonna take it panel by panel. Upper wall. Dang, even the fridge needs to be power washed? And the trash can! Really? We're power washing all that? Ah, come on. Wait. Hold on. Seventh Heaven, welcome there. Even the... Is that the cash register? It is a cash register. Why are we clean... Why are we power washing that also? Come on. And the radio. Let's see, do I have to stand up for this? Really? The fridge handle's separate? Okay. There's a lot of tiny little things here that get counted, apparently. Upper wall. Eggs and chips. I don't know if I've ever ordered eggs and chips from a diner before. I did try more diners this time in Japan. Well, my favorite diner, my go-to diner, is Gusto. Just because there's a Gusto right there in Akihabara. And so naturally, it's become my go-to and my favorite. However, there are other different diners also that are quite common throughout the country. There's Joyful, there's Saizeriya, there's also Denny's, but I don't think I saw a single Denny's during the trip, so I was like, gosh darn, I want to try what the Japanese Denny's is like. And I've never actually was able to because I couldn't find one. Supposedly there's one in Tokyo, but I never got around to it. But yeah, Gusto's like my go-to. They're not like super cheap. I mean, they're kind of like middle priced. And they're pretty okay. Sizeria though is like Italian Japanese, but the cheapest Italian Japanese you can ever get. Like literally rock bottom prices. And I don't know how they stay in business. I think people just keep ordering and ordering until they rack up a bill of at least, I don't know, maybe 2,000 yen or so, and call it good from there. The food itself isn't bad. It's just it's all right. It does the job. You can still go to a proper Italian restaurant over there, and I feel like Caesarea might be a little bit better for value for your money. Because if you spend the same amount in a proper Italian restaurant, you're not gonna get much more than a pasta and maybe a side. What does Gusto do? Gusto is just a regular family diner. Um, I don't know how to describe it. They have a lot of restaurants will have seasonal things in general. And this time around, their seasonal thing was stuff with sweet potatoes and chestnuts for desserts. But the stuff I like to get from there is steak and fries, really cheap steak and fries, pizza, really small, cheap pizza. I feel like the pizza in the Pizza Hut is better. But if you just want to get your pizza fix, or a fix of anything, that's a good place to do it. Caesarea, worth a try. I don't know if I'd do it again. Unless I was with someone else. Okay, I gotta like jump and clean, because it's hard to do this. And Joyful, I honestly don't understand what Joyful's angle is. I feel like Joyful is... What is even Joyful? They have a bunch of international cuisine kind of stuff, but I don't know if they do any of those well. Though the one time I did eat there, I got the motsunabe, and it was the least filling motsunabe I've ever had. Like, for the price, sure, I kind of expected it wasn't going to be as full as a proper motsunabe restaurant. But I was expecting a little bit more. I don't know. I have frozen pizza, but it is also close to midnight, so I shouldn't open it until later. I've been working on this section for a while. How is the tea? Oh, I gotta clean the top here. Right, we gotta clean the top. I don't think I've ever seen a wooden box TV in real life. I guess they exist, but I can't say I've ever seen one in real life. I will say though, if you ever want to get a hat in Japan, don't pay more than 5,000 yen for it if you can help it. Because I highly doubt that it's that much better than a 2,000-3,000 yen hat. There's a lot of quote-unquote vintage stores, but it's more like vintage style rather than second-hand. Though there are some second-hand stores that are pricey, but a lot of their stuff is anywhere from 7,000 yen to 20,000 yen, and I'm kind of like, what? Why is it so expensive? Is that Marlene's drawing? Cute. I don't know how it's surviving the power washing, but cute. There was one time I wanted to get like a bomber jacket from this... Oh, what was it? This military... It's not even a military surplus. It's like a military clothing store. Military stuff, uniform clothing store kind of place. And I didn't even go inside the store, but I traveled like almost an hour from where I was with buses and stuff like that within Kumamoto, just to see what they had to offer. And they had some displays outside, and there was this really basic um, what is it? It's just a really basic military uniform that you would probably see in the US Army and stuff like that. And already it was priced over 10,000 yen. I'm like, nah, it cannot be that expensive. There is no freaking way it could be that expensive. And so disgusted with the pricing, I decided not to go in there. But I do like the military style jackets. There's there's a certain comfort in them. Not necessarily just the style itself, just that there's a certain comfort in actually wearing them. I don't know. It could just be my mind playing tricks on me, though. Well, there's actual thrift stores, but vintage stores are different. I did go to a few actual thrift stores, and honestly, they were really good. They were very well priced. The conditions of the clothing they sell were also really nice, and I was very close to buying something from one of those places. It was like a really nice rare jacket, like a Honda Power Tools jacket. Let me see if I have a picture of it. It was a Honda Power Tools jacket, and I was gonna get it, but it was way too big. Absolutely gigantic. Ooh, I did take a picture of it. I might have to censor my face or something. Anyway, it was a Honda Power Tools jacket, tan in color, 2 gigantic pockets on the side, and it's like the perfect mechanic jacket is the way I can describe it. However, it was, I think, 1 or 2 sizes too big for me, so I didn't end up getting it. I would have paid the 2,500 yen for it because I don't think that's sold anywhere. It's like literally a rare item. Another jacket I was gonna get was this really nice canvas style jacket. Also 2 gigantic pockets on the side, some nicely placed zippers on the front. It just wasn't the right color. It was a perfect fit. It just wasn't the right color. It was like pure black. And if it was anything else but black, like maybe a tan or a dark green, I would have gotten it. I would have absolutely gotten it. I went into the store like several times, trying to figure out if I wanted to get it or not. And I kind of was a little bit, I felt a little bit embarrassed going in so much and spending so much time trying to figure out if I wanted it or not, because the owner who was there, she looked like a really nice lady who had a really nice sense of style. She was basically dressed as very casual biker style is the best way I can describe her. She seemed really nice. Her wares were priced very well and fairly, but gosh darn it, I really wanted that jacket. But one of those 2 jackets, maybe both jackets even, it's just they didn't fit, or they were the wrong color. And it's not like I can also ask her, do you have something of the same color? No, the entire stock is right out there. This is a thrift store. People what do you call this, sold that to her, and that's all she has. So it's like, gosh darn it. But if you're ever in Kumamoto, I could refer you to that store and you can see if you can find something. Of course, they have more women's clothing than men's clothing, but you know, you never know what you can find in a thrift store. It's always nice to just dig in there and see what you can get. I did get a lot of shirts and Yeah, mostly shirts. This time around, compared to any other trip. Usually I don't get shirts, but I figured, you know what? Why not? This is a nice way to get a souvenir that probably has some meaning behind it. I usually go for food and stuff, but food doesn't last. You eat the food is gone. You can keep the box if you want to, but the box either just takes up space or it's not very interesting. So, but with a shirt, you can at least maybe remember where you got it and what you were doing at the time. So I can see why people would do that. Is this clean? Is this fridge clean? Oh, the fridge is clean. Oh no, the fridge is not clean. There's still dirt on the fridge. Apparently I'm not done with the fridge. How do you get down there? Okay, the box is done, but how do you get... Why am I cleaning on the fridge? There's also a lot of little dirt here. Fridge top? I didn't see anything. Let me see. I guess I don't get a... No! Oh, wait! I do get a ladder. Is there a stool? I guess there's no stool, but for some reason there's a ladder. Can I pick it up? I guess it's for here? Okay. I don't know if it's helping much. There's still a lot of dirt on the bar top somehow. How is it still so dirty? I'm pretty sure I sprayed that. There we go. The barrel needs to be cleaned. I don't know if I can get the dirt on that barrel. I hear the fireworks. We're not there yet, people. You're using a little bit too early. Why do people get so excited that they want to just blow the fireworks right away? They literally just set off the fireworks as an excuse to just set off the fireworks. Okay, how do I... Why is there so much dirt here? There we go. They definitely want to. I don't know if my place, the town itself does a citywide fireworks. Not every city does. Not every small town does. When I lived in Texas, the place I lived at did do that. And I hung out with some friends a couple of New Year's to watch the city fireworks. But not since then. Not since then. I feel like I haven't actually lit fireworks in a really long time. Not even the small firecrackers. Not really watching fireworks this year. Experience on all channels focused on B-list celebrities, politicians, and ads. I haven't turned on my... I don't have a TV. Well, technically speaking, I have a TV monitor, technically speaking, but I don't have any channels. If that makes sense. Really? Even the back here? Oh, wow. But that didn't clean the TV. How am I supposed to clean the TV Are you serious? Really? That clean the TV? But I don't watch TV. I watch YouTube. I watch YouTube. That is where my where all my watch time goes. Okay, there is dirt down here. But how do I really? Also the underside of the fridge? I wouldn't have thought of cleaning the underside of the fridge because how does anyone actually look underneath the fridge? You probably should. You should probably clean the back of the fridge and also under, like, you know, under the fridge. But that's like a that's no man's land. We don't think about that after the fridge is installed, or we have to, like, you know, get rid of it or move it for some reason. It's basically no man's land. I'm starting to understand why this is a $300 job. Just because there's so many panels here. Really? Even down here? Okay. Do y'all put vegetables on the rice? It depends. It depends on the meal. If it's just like rice and veggies, I think the only time I've actually done that is if I wasn't feeling too full and just wanted to eat something. So it'd be like rice and kimchi. But just regular steamed veggies or unseasoned veggies, no, not really. I need my veggies to be somewhat seasoned. And kimchi does the job for me. I'm trying to eat less junk food these days. Especially after the trip where I basically didn't really eat junk food. I guess technically speaking I did eat some. But not as much as I used to when I'm just like at home. I ate out more, sure. Because it was affordable to do so. But I also cooked breakfast when I could. Not all the places I stayed in had like a stove or whatnot. But I did try to cook breakfast at least. And I feel like sometimes just going for the bento would have been more economical. Would it have been healthier to go for the bento? Probably not. Because some of the bento is actually kind of oily. So, yeah. I mean, some bento is really good. And then some bento is like a little bit soggy, a little bit oily, but then again, you're not paying for super good meal. You're just paying for basically deli kind of things. And deli stuff is okay when you can't cook or too lazy to cook. Though there was this one bento place that I went to in Nagasaki that was basically just next door to where I stayed. And it's like a mom and pop bento place. It was really good, actually. Actually really, really good. No excess grease, everything was made just right. And most importantly, very cheap. Even cheaper than the grocery stores, which are fairly cheap already. Like, I think a proper bento in the grocery store, probably depending on what it is, would run you anywhere from 300 to 500 yen, which is ridiculous converted. Even if it was like 100 yen per dollar, that is still a ridiculous price. But the one that was close to me at that time was just really good. I also like supporting the local businesses when I can, and I didn't really go to a whole lot of chain restaurants. Yoshinoya and McDonald's and stuff like that, I tried not to go to as much as possible. And mostly went for the mom and pop stuff. And it was pretty good. Pretty good. You can get some you can find some really interesting restaurants that way. There's this one restaurant in Nagasaki that's basically super manly. I don't know how else to describe it. The place is called Vinland, as in Vinland Saga, but just Vinland. It's not like a Norse themed restaurant anything, but it's a very manly themed restaurant. Apparently, when I got there was a Canadian TV crew that somehow found the place and interviewed the owner. Like, I didn't know anything about it until I got there. I was just looking for. I was really hungry that day, and I was looking to find. I don't know. I was looking to find something filling, and I don't usually go for Western style Japanese food. It's just really not my thing. However, they were selling gigantic amounts of food, mainly steak based, and Japanese style Western food is definitely different than proper food, I guess, than other types of food. But it was great. Let me see. Nagasaki though, it's pretty far. Pretty far. I would not recommend going there by train because it's far. There's some weird connections along the way, and just in general, a little hard to get to. So plane maybe, but I guess if you're near the area, sure, but train. But I wouldn't go from Tokyo to there by train. Definitely would not recommend. Let me see. I do have a lot of pictures. I do have a lot of pictures of this place. Let me see if I can get them all in one spot. I went to this place twice. It was so good, I went to it twice. I usually only go to restaurants once. Well, just because, you know, I want to try different stuff. But also, I thought the owner was so cool that I didn't mind going there again. It was a little expensive compared to most places, but the stuff they served up, highly recommended. Let's see. So this is in Nagasaki. This is the outside of the restaurant. This is the owner over here, by the way. That's standing over here by outside the store. Vinland. And this is this is part of the menu. The restaurant is in the basement, but it's a meat heavy restaurant, which a lot of restaurants in Japan aren't. It's usually rice heavy with some meat, some veggies, but this is meat heavy. Meat heavy. Hamburg steak proper, and then rice. Well, there's a bunch of different stuff. But this is part of the inside of the place. He's got like figures everywhere. This is like the most testosterone filled place I have been into, and it's also the best decorated place. They don't have a lot of seats. They have like 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 tables with maybe 2 seats each at most. And when I did go, there's not a whole lot of people. I was like one of the few that went there. I think it's because it's not very cheap, and it's like a manly sort of restaurant. The women are also very welcome. But look at this, all the different Godzilla figures and dinosaur figures. This is the owner himself. He's got several of these posters with the food on with with the food on them that he poses for. But he's got a lot of movie posters. There's Golden Kamuy figures over here, some unpainted JoJo figures. I don't know which Norman Reedus this is. I'm assuming this is like a Walking Dead sort of thing, but I do not know. But that's just one wall. That's just one wall. Close up. Close up. Oh yeah, we also got some first gen Kamen Riders up here. It's a little. Let me move that down. Got some first gen Kamen Riders up here, which is also very cool. This is the rest of the menu. You can have a English menu or Japanese menus. Prices are definitely a lot more expensive than what you would probably see in most places. Like when things start getting 1,500 yen or higher, I would call that an expensive meal in Japan. But here, particularly because they use a lot of meat, it will be on the more expensive side. I think they said they use Australian beef for their meat, so I guess it. I guess that's what they go for. If it's not like Japanese wagyu is like more fat. This is more. This is more meat than fat. Um, but the ones I got when I was there, the first time I went there, I went for the Toroku rice attack, which is basically Attack on Titan rice. it, a Toroku rice. I'll show you a picture of the meal itself later. But it's like rice with pasta with meat and veggies all in one plate. It's a mess of a plate. Go there when you're hungry because it is actually quite a bit of food even for Japan. It says it's spicy hot. It wasn't really spicy at all. But the meat was, I think, medium well, or at least medium. And it was chewy, but not chewy in a bad way. You do have to use the knife to cut into it. But yeah, they have rice and meat with pasta, which is the typical quote unquote Western style meal over there. And then they have steaks with rice on the side. Is it rice on the side? I think it's rice on the side. But there's more steak like, there's more, not cutlet style, but smaller chunks of steak. They also have curries. They also had pasta. I think they also had pizza, but I didn't get the pizza. This is the other side of the room. But this place is like filled. Filled. He has what do you call this? A rack of military style jackets and biker style jackets on this side, which I found very, very cool. Let me lower that down just a little bit. I don't know what the Roman bust here is doing. The TV, he puts on whatever he feels like on the TV. Bunch of other figures down there. I kind of wanted to try some of his weights, but I didn't get around to asking him. He speaks some English, which is nice, but I also, for the most part, try to speak in Japanese, which I could get by a little bit. I don't know if these plants are real. I don't think they're real. They probably are real, but yeah, this place is filled. This place is filled. Vinland. This is the advertisement for Toroku Rice Attack, the Attack on Titan rice. And this back here is one of the abandoned islands around Nagasaki. It's called, I think, Battleship Island in English. Forgot what it's called in Japanese, but Gokunjima. It used to be a coal mining area until they shut it down, I think in the 70s or 80s. And it's been abandoned since. Buildings are crumbling down and it's a tourist attraction, but you can't get close to the buildings because they are crumbling down. and it's dangerous to get too close to them. But you could get there. Just have to get a like a reservation for it. He's got this gigantic list of anime and manga up here. I don't know. I mean, for the most part, they're just for display. But I'm pretty sure there's some actual stuff in there too. I think the biggest weight he's got might have been like a 20-kilogram weight, or was it the 12-kilogram? I don't know. I didn't try. I didn't try to ask. Lots of figures. Lots of figures. We even got a Hulk Hogan figure. That's rare. We even have Deadpool. We even got Batman. I don't know which Kamen Rider this is. An actual wrestler. We got that guy from Baki. Don't know who this guy is. More Godzilla. More kaiju stuff. One of the Devilman people. I haven't seen Devilman Crybaby. I probably should. We got one figure of Saitama. Somehow. Bunch of other Marvel characters, which I wasn't expecting, but it goes with a manly territory, as you can see already. Guns! I don't think they're actual guns, but I wasn't going to ask him if they were actual guns or not. Guns, by the way, are not easy to come by in Japan, and if they are, these better not be real. Though this one did look like it had actual bullets in them. I didn't ask though. I'm pretty sure they're fake. But the engravings on them make me think otherwise. Aren't fake ones required to have orange tips? In the US they are, not in Japan. They're not required to have the orange tips in Japan. Because a lot of people... Yeah, it's just not a requirement over there actually. Like if you go to the airsoft stores, they don't have the orange tips on them. They look like as if they were real. Maybe smaller, but yeah, he had these lying around on one corner. I didn't ask about it. He also gave me permission to take all these pictures, so that's why we got them. Another shelf on the far side corner. More Kamen Rider, Showa Kamen Rider. Oh, I guess there was another Saitama. Also some Persona 4. But this is a Saitama corner with Thanos for some reason. I don't know why. Giant Robo. I don't know what this gigantic thing down here is. More manga. Which manga is this? Oh, this is JoJo. I didn't realize it was JoJo. He has a JoJo corner here. I know he has a bunch of other JoJo corners. And these are the twinkiest guys I think he has in the entire restaurant. I don't know who these are. But these are the twinkiest guys he's got. Yeah, here we go. A better shot that corner. And then I'm pretty sure this one's not a real musket gun, but you know, it's style points right there. Got style points for the musket gun. We even have the mask. Look at who has the mask. I don't think I've seen the mask anywhere. Agro Navis is a Bushiroad IP. It did look like a music game type of thing. But yeah, this guy's got a bunch of random manly junk lying around, and it is awesome. Remember, Vinland, if you're ever in Nagasaki, visit this place. This is one of his jackets. Apparently he got these, what do you call it? Apparently he got these, what are these? Patches of Amazon. Amazon. These did not come with a jacket. I do recognize this American flag jacket as coming from Amazon, but I didn't realize they also sold the other ones on Amazon. But it's a cool jacket nonetheless. It's a cool jacket. What else do we have here? Ah, sure. The JoJo BL. Oh, he does have a car collection. I don't know if these cars are references, but there's a bunch of Batmobiles. There's definitely a couple of Back to the Future DeLoreans right here. What else we got? Just cars in general. Just cars in general. But the Batmobiles here, you could probably ask him if you want to like look around a little bit closer, and he probably would let you. Just order first. Definitely eat here. Definitely eat here. Would recommend the food. It's really, really good. Really, really good. bunch of alien figures, and I guess a predator. Yeah, this place was great. It was also interesting to find all the random JoJo scattered around in potted plants and stuff like that, like this one over here. This place was great. I got the torako rice and also this milkshake. The torako rice is Turkish rice, which is not actually from Turkey, but something that Nagasaki made up for. I don't know why. I didn't look into the history of that, but it's a thing that they do. Also, this milkshake is not your American style milkshake. This is more of a densely packed shaved ice. I guess with is it evaporated milk, condensed milk? I'm not sure, but it tasted like a mix of milk and egg, the egg yolk, mixed into this very densely packed shaved ice that they call a Nagasaki milkshake. That's it. I got the half version after the meal because I was pretty darn full. The meal was very filling. And you do get a free dessert after anything that you order around here. I the 2 times I went there, it was like some sort of pudding, not whatever, and pudding without the fruit on top. It's just like pudding with some syrup, which was also really good. Considering it came also free, that's nice. That's nice. Here is the actual meal, by the way. We got some turmeric rice on the side. We got some pasta over here. And we have some salad over here. Normally, in any other Japanese restaurant, the salad would be separate from everything else. But no, we put everything on here. And then on top of that, the meat. This meat, I think it's like 200 grams or something. 200 grams of very tender and chewy meat. It was great. It was great. Highly recommend. Highly recommend it. What else do they have here? Sausages? I guess they had sausages. I guess they also had some ham, shrimp cocktail, German potatoes. I didn't even think about this, to be honest. There's the pizza. There's the pizza. They have margarita, shrimp, tomato pizza, salted cod, roast seafood, mushroom, and what is this? I can't read this. Mushroom and something. I think it's mushroom bacon. Sausage, egg pizza. They all cost the same. I don't know how big they are. It's probably going to be like a personal size pizza. Doria, rice gratin. This is probably a decent size also. Spaghetti gratin. Drinks. Glass of wine. Bottle of wine. Don't know what kind of wine he has. Didn't try. I didn't want to get drunk. But they got Japanese beer, international beer. I don't know what beers they are. I'm guessing the international beer might be Heineken. Or, no, it might not be Heineken. For some reason, I think it might be a Coors Light. I don't know. I didn't ask. I did just get regular water. Or I got a ginger ale. I got a ginger ale. It's great. Highly recommend. Vinland. He actually gives you why it's called Vinland over here, what Vinland is. But it's a very manly shop. Here was a dessert. What does cola mean? Usually it's Coca-Cola. Usually it's Coca-Cola. They don't really do Pepsi over there. But this was a dessert. I got this version twice. No, it is not matcha despite the slight green color. It just is... I think it might just be tea pudding with a little bit of jam on top. Very nice, very refreshing. What else do we have here? Oh! This one, I took a picture of this for a friend because I saw this in the little corner. Little eyeball dad from an anime carrying a bunch of toothpicks for some reason. Right next to the Saitama. This was the half-size Nagasaki milkshake. It was really good. But at this time, I was really full. So I kind of regretted getting this. But it was really nice though. It didn't melt quickly at all, and this is packed, packed. That is all shaved ice. Not that crushed. Is it shaved ice? It's basically shaved ice, but very packed shaved ice. Very packed shaved ice. Yeah, and that's Vinland in Nagasaki. Give them a give them a look if you're over there. Visit Nagasaki for the historical facts and the museum. Museum's actually pretty good. But do check out the surrounding area also, including that one. I went to the Chinatown in Nagasaki, and I can't say I like the Chinatown at all. I feel like the Chinatown in Yokohama is a lot better. But then again, whenever you go to the Chinatowns in Japan, it's not like the Chinatowns in the US or even Toronto. It's very different. It's definitely more of a Japanese Chinese focus more on the I guess they do more Taiwanese stuff these days because I see more xiaolong baos, the soup dumplings. Also see a little bit more of the buns, the white buns with the meat in the middle. I don't know what those things are called. What else do they have? Those are the stereotypical Chinese items. Of course, you can go to the restaurants in the area, and the restaurants are kind of hit or miss. At worst, they'll be okay. But the thing is, I was trying to look for something good, and the one restaurant I would try to get champon from, which is Nagasaki's noodle that's inspired by Chinese roots and stuff like that. It didn't quite like it. But there was a champon at another place I did try that was pretty good. Let me see if I can find that champon really quick, because champon's not really a common Japanese dish that anyone would necessarily know about. Okay, I found the champon, but I found the second champon I tried. Actually, technically third. The first champon I tried was the one in under Terminal 1 in Haneda Airport, which was from the Ringer Hut, which is the chain restaurant of Nagasaki, serving champon everywhere in Japan. And I can't say I cared much for it. But the other one that I got outside of Nagasaki in this town called Unzen, that was pretty good. And now I can't find the day I went to the Chinatown. I may not have taken a picture of it because I did not like the way the staff was basically staring at all the patrons. So, yeah, probably don't have a picture of that particular one, but we do have this. Let me show you what the champon. Oh no, I did take a picture. Never mind. Sure. I'm not gonna tell you the name of the restaurant for the one in the Chinatown. It would be a disservice to them. But let me see if I can get the other one. Oh no, it's not that. It's not that one. That was the ramen from this very old-looking place. Sure. Let's get those two also here. Okay, champon time. See, is it gonna show up? Oh, I didn't. I guess I closed it. Okay, so this is basically what champon looks like when you look at it. At first glance, it just looks like a soup dish with a bunch of chopped carrots, stripped carrots mainly, and some, what do you call this? Cut fish cakes and a white broth. You would think the white broth is tonkotsu. It is not tonkotsu. It's supposed to be a seafood broth. However, for the most part, I don't really taste the seafood portion of the seafood broth when the few times I tried it in this one place. But this one in particular was very seafoody, very shrimpy, and I actually liked it because I could actually taste something. A lot of times before you could actually taste anything, you had to dump a bunch of white pepper, and the white pepper may or may not help. There is some what do you call it, wood ear mushrooms here. There's also some shrimp. There's also some squid, and that's not that's not the right one. Was this the right? No, no. This one from the Chinese restaurant. Never mind. This is the one that had basically no flavor. I dumped a lot of white pepper into this one, and it could not taste anything. Didn't even bother leaving a review for it. The gyoza also was kind of subpar. This place was a bit on the expensive side, and I kind of regretted going here. The only thing that salvaged this night was that I went to a food stall where they sold the soup dumplings and the Chinese buns with the meat inside. Those were pretty good. And when I say the Chinese buns with the meat inside, I'm talking about the folded buns. I'm not talking about the baos. The baos, I'm not a fan of nikuman. I'm more of a fan of the Filipino style of baos, the shop bao, which has the shredded meat as opposed to the balled meat. More texture, more flavor. But this is basically one part of the Chinatown, and there's a bunch of restaurants and little shops over here. This is Nagasaki, by the way. There's in Nagasaki. The Yokohama Chinatown is a little bit different, a bit bigger, a lot more stores and stuff like that. But I didn't really quite like this particular one. Maybe I just wasn't in the right headspace at the time. But I didn't find anything particularly good. Now this one is in Unzen, and that's not the right shop. I did go to this shop eventually for dessert. But inside the shop was this version of shampoo. This is the version of shampoo in this one shop. They have actually a few different versions of it. But the one I got was a shrimp one, and this one you could see that gigantic shrimp. In most other places that do shampoo, they do like the cocktail shrimp, which is not really that great. I don't know why they do that, but here you can see that gigantic shrimp. 2 gigantic shrimp for in this thing. And that has a lot of flavor. The noodles are going to be these usual noodles. I still think even after this though, the shampoo as a dish is a bit weird. I'm not my thing, but if it's a nicely flavored shampoo like this one, I could go for it. But in general, I'm not a huge fan of shampoo itself. I just feel like it's a bunch of different ingredients thrown in together into a bowl with a broth that sometimes is pretty weak, and I don't really know how they get that white color. It's not milk. I don't think it's milk. Otherwise, I would have tasted it. But it's like, I don't know. It's worth a try. And you might like it better than I do, but this particular shop, though, did have huge chunks of seafood, and I very, very much appreciated that. A few more minutes? You know what? Sure. I'm gonna pause the what do you call this? The power washing game. I'm gonna chat a few more here a little bit. See if I can find some pictures. I have some alcohol in the fridge. I still have the plum wine I got a few months ago from Trader Joe's. I don't know if it's any good still, but I'm gonna go grab that really quick so that when it's midnight we can do that. And I'll probably I'll eat. And usually you're supposed to eat some noodles for New Year's, but I'm gonna do that in the morning because I'm too full right now. Anyway, uh, be right back really quick so I can get the drink. Happy New Year! Here's my drink. Here is my drink. The plum wine in a pudding cup that I got in my previous trip. Marlow pudding in Yokosuka. They have a bunch since Yokosuka has a bunch of American like I think there's American base near Yokosuka. So they had like burgers and a bunch of American style food over there. And the pudding is one of them, apparently. Happy New Year! I'm gonna be drinking 1 cup worth of plum wine. Let's see if it's still any good. It's sweet. I think the alcohol. I don't know if the alcohol is still there, but it's drinkable. The last time I had plum wine sitting in the fridge for months, it became too sweet to even drink. But this is still drinkable. Oh, there's a little burn. Happy New Year, everyone! Thankfully, just ate breakfast. To be honest, just don't expect strong flavor from broths and Chinese foods in general, especially champon. Really? I thought, well, I mean, I've had Taiwanese noodle soup, beef noodle soup before, and that's actually really, really good. But I don't know if there's a difference between Taiwanese beef noodle soup and any other Chinese style soup. I mean, like the rest of the Chinese food is pretty well flavored. Why is why is not soup? Why is not soup? Do not have burgers or pizza or steak, but I do have a mudslide. What's a mudslide? It is interesting. Would have expected Chinese broths to be strong. Me too. Hey, Pumpkin! Happy New Year! I gotta send text to friends and family too. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Let's see. They focus on toppings more, complete opposite of ramen. Well, the thing with ramen is they both focus on both broth and topping. So it's a little bit different. Okay, so Happy New Year. Do I have to brush if I drink wine? I brushed earlier. But do I have to brush again? Uh, I might have to, right? Because of the sugar. Kind of cold for it. Mud size and ice cream liquor, vodka. Vodka and ice cream. Oh, I did go to the store earlier today and thought about getting ice cream, but it was so cold that I didn't. I didn't think to do it. Kind of wanted to though. Kind of wanted to. Anyway, I don't really have any big resolutions for the next year. But I kind of want to see if I can find the resolutions I had from last year. No, wait, I don't know where I put that actually. Oh no, I don't know where I put that. It may be not around anymore. Oh wait, hold up. Oh no, that's from, wait, 2004. Oh, that's 2004 goals. That's different. Where's the 2005 goals? It doesn't matter. I don't know about my 2005 goals. I don't really have any other than maybe improve the channel a bit more. It didn't. The channel didn't grow as much this year as compared to the year before, but it is still growing. It is still growing, thankfully so. Thank you for everyone who's subscribed. I do kind of want to make this thing like the thing. There are some things that I want to do, and I want the channel to what do you call this? I want the channel to do better than it is right now. Don't know what's gonna happen, and I'm gonna try. I'm gonna keep trying. Algorithm do be kicking my butt though, so I'm trying to do other things to make the algorithm listen to me. Thanks for the tip, GNG. I don't know how to call. I don't know old land sign. I didn't even know that was a thing, to be honest. But yeah, other than that, I'm hoping I find a job in the next few months. If not, I might be forced to go elsewhere or go back to the place I worked at if they still have a space. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, what is today anyway? I know it's New Year's, but what day is? Oh, it's Thursday. If it wasn't Thursday, I would have tried to stream again later tonight. Well, later Thursday night. But we do have Blue Archive, and we do still have Limbus Company this weekend. And I've been seeing some new characters from the new Kanto and Limbus Company recently. Don't know any story details. I'm trying to stay away from that as much as possible. I've seen a couple of new characters, and they do look pretty cool. I could kind of guess that where one is from. The other one was very, very interesting. Don't know what to make of that. Don't know what to make of that. But hopefully in the next few weeks I'll be able to catch up with Kanto 9, and then I'll be caught up, and then we'll ride the rest of the way through after that. Blue Archive. Where are we in Blue Archive? I think I'll be caught up with a story also in the next few weeks, but we're probably going to go back and check out the Korean dubbing for the main story. I'm kind of curious about it. So, yeah. Other than that, I'm going to still, as far as games on the channel, I'm definitely going to be going through my backlog of indie games, interesting looking games that I've been meaning to get to but haven't gotten to. So that's still, of course, a thing. I'm also, this on a personal note, I am trying to get into game dev. So I did work a little bit with, for the thing I want to, I can't use RPG Maker like I've been messing around with before. RPG Maker would not be the proper engine for it. If I was doing anything else, probably. But I've been trying to learn Godot a little bit, and I can actually make something work. However, I just don't like how you have to like make the base engine, when I say engine, all the default coding and stuff from the ground up in it. So that's gonna take a little while. But since I've figured out how to work with it a little bit, I'm starting to make like a doc of what I want the game to be. And I don't know how long it's gonna take me. It's probably gonna take a while to figure out how I want the system to be and stuff like that. But I'm working on it. My goal hopefully is within the year to release a game on Steam. So I don't know if it's gonna be that quick. I have heard people for their first game take a little bit longer, but I'm trying to go simple for this one. But I don't even know how I want it to go to begin with, so that's a different story. Yeah. Anyway, that's on a personal note. That job, and if I don't find a job, we'll see. We'll see. I can go for a while without one, but dang, the alcohol is kicking in, and now I'm like all over the place. When am I not all over the place? Anyway, I think that's gonna do it for me today. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I hope you guys enjoy the random Japanese yapping. I might try to... Do I clip that? I don't know. I might clip it. It's a little bit... It's a little bit... oh no, I could clip the last part. I could clip the last part for the Nagasaki one. The number one restaurant you should visit in Nagasaki. That's definitely something I want to share with everyone. Hope everyone has a decent year. Yeah, hope you guys have a decent year. If you have any goals that you want to work towards, hope that you can work towards them. Let's hope also that if everything goes to crap this year, aliens will come down and wipe us all out. That is probably not what I should be saying, but you know, sometimes I do feel like that. Does anyone else feel like that? The thing is, it would be a clean slate for humanity, I feel like. Maybe we can get rid of some of the capitalism with it, but we won't get rid of all evil. But at least we can get rid of capitalism. A little bit. I don't know. I don't know what's happening with the world. I just know too many people don't like each other. And it's not the people themselves. It is mainly the governments. Though sometimes the people themselves. And I wish we weren't like this. I really wish we weren't like this, but I don't know. I'm just a guy that kind of wishes that everything was not as complicated as people make it out to be. Though I understand there are some complicated things in general. Whatevs. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. I'll be eating pizza in the morning. I hope you find something good to eat in the morning too. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.